How much more physical did the Lions' approach seem last night, and how did the bodies feel this morning compared to 7 days ago?
To be honest, every test match is pretty physical, pretty physical out there. So the body's always going to be battered and bruised afterwards. To be fair, I don't think there was too much difference really in the physicality.
What was different from the Lions' point of view and from last week to this week? You know, were they especially more physical up front? What do you think changed to get them that result?
Their change, probably a bit of execution, I guess. We didn't execute well, and they did. They probably adapted to the conditions a little bit better as well with the wet weather footy. So, I guess that was key for them last night.
How much harder is it running around with 14 men on the field, for a fair chunk of the game? Is that something you definitely feel in the lumps?
Yeah, losing a forward, only 25 minutes in for the remainder of the game. Everyone's got to lift and pick up an extra, few percent in everything they do. So you do notice it, but yeah, at the end of the day, I don't think that was the make or break for the game for us. There was a lot of other stuff that we should have done better, but didn't.
Are you pretty happy with the scrums considering you had Anton on the side there and how they went throughout the game?
Yeah, I think the guys did really well. To lose JK obviously made it pretty tough, but the guys that started the game did a great job up front, and and then the reserves as well. I thought did as well as we could, and it was I suppose just as a good effort, but as Moody said, our execution and some of our decision making and stuff probably wasn't as where it needed to be, which was a little bit disappointing.
At what point did you guys start thinking about next week's game? Was it kind of as soon as you came off the pitch, or did you take a bit of time to sort of feel the pain of the defeat and so you could channel that?
Yeah, I definitely soaked up the defeat a bit last night. Just, I guess embraced that sort of shit feeling and used that for the week ahead, going into this Saturday.
You wouldn't have felt that for a while being on a Crusaders team that hasn't lost?
It has been a wee while, so a little bit of a shock to the system. It's not a great feeling, and I'm glad that I haven't had it that often. But, yeah.
Wyatt, how many tests have you lost?
2. Yeah.
So this one and
England, 2012.
wow.
Yeah.
What's it like when it happens? Because it must be a rare occurrence. Clearly, it's a rare occurrence.
Oh yeah, it's really disappointing. Obviously, we put a lot into it, and there's a lot of effort from a big group of people that that goes into a test match, and obviously Lion series they're once in 12 years, so it's a lot goes into it, and it is really disappointing. But you got to just move on really quickly, and our focus, as Moody said, you sort of take 5-10 minutes in the shed and dwell on it a little bit, and then you start thinking about next week, and awesome opportunity next week to come out and play the way we want to play, and just put in a performance that we're really proud of, and the whole group will be working really hard this week and try and get that one. That's a fine.
That is a fine.
Fair bit of niggle obviously last night. Did the two teams socialise after? Was there a beer shared after the game?
Yeah, we still spun a bit of chat with our opposites and whatnot, swapped jerseys, and yeah, for the most part, we're all good, and off the field they're a good bunch of lads, so yeah, there's no worries off the field. What happens out there sort of stays out there, kind of thing.
You swapping jerseys every week? Are you getting a good collection up there?
No, I didn't swap last week, but I swapped last night.
Who did you get?
Taj Furlong. Yeah.
How's Sunday today, guys? And do you take it upon yourselves to pull inside and have a yarn, or is that just something the coaches do?
I was sort of covered off last night, and you can't blame it on one man. we're all behind him. We don't blame it on him or anything. And yeah, I haven't really seen him today, but I'm sure he's sweet.
Is there any kind of, I don't know if tradition is the word, but is there a process, so if you get a card within the team that you have to, sort of, that you talk to the team, or does everyone just kind of understand that the person's had that and leave them alone? Like, how does it normally work?
No, it's there's nothing like that. It's one of those things. It's part of our game, obviously we don't get too many, but Sonny's probably the most disappointed out of everyone, but as Joe said, he'll the boys will be around him this week, and he'll just be excited about preparing the boys for next week. So yeah, we'll move on pretty quick.